Recording in progress.
Shri Mataji. Good morning, everyone. We'll collectively bow down, raise our Kundalini, and put ourselves into Bandhan. Both palms together. Let us seek permission from Shri Mataji. Shri Mataji, we have gathered here to meditate collectively in this online session. We humbly seek for your guidance. Strengthen our collectivity and to grow our depths in the roots, both vertically and horizontally, and to go beyond our agya into thoughtless awareness state. We'll place both our hands on Mother Earth or point towards Mother Earth. Oh, Mother Earth, please be kind and merciful in forgiving all our mistakes that we have committed against you, knowingly or unknowingly. Please help us to gain our balance by absorbing the boots and bathas from our Vedanadi and Pinganadi. Please help us to be in present. We'll take the mantra of Shri Adi Bhumi Devi. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Adi Bhumi Devi Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Left hand back on lap, right hand remaining on Mother Earth. Here we'll take a mantra for Shri Ganesha. Om Ameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Ganesha, please help us to remove all obstacles that is in the path of our ascent. Right hand back on lap. Recite one mantra for Shri Mahalakshmi Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We'll recite the third Mahamantra and go into meditation. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Kalki Sakshat Shri Sahasrara Swamini Moksha Pradayini Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. With attention on Sastra, that is what Shri Mataji talk.
Today we are going to worship Shri Krishna. See how cold it was about 3 o'clock. Now the reason is this, that Shri Krishna did little mischief with Indra. Indra, who is the god, or you can call semi-god, for looking after the rain. So Indra got very angry. You see, all such semi-gods are very sensitive people. At the smallest thing, they get angry and irritated, and they start using their powers to express their anger. So he started pouring rain on all the gopas and Sri Krishna who were looking after the cows. And the rain was so heavy that they thought that the whole land will be completely submerged. So Indra was very happy to spoil the game of Sri Krishna. And he thought he was very successful. So Sri Krishna lifted a mountain on his finger. And all these people who were getting drowned went under that mountain. This is Sri Krishna style. My style is different. I told Indra that you can't misbehave with me. You can't. So far I'm not harmed you in any way. And I'm not irritated you. Of course it's going to be Sri Krishna's puja. But that doesn't mean that you should try to show off your powers before me. Sometimes I wonder these devas, semi-gods, they are realized souls or not? Because why do they get angry like this for small things? Whatever it is, he could be reconciled. And now it's become warm, I must say. With Sahaja Yoga you can do many, many things. But you must know what you can do. For that, Krishna is a very good example. He started Sahaj culture. Culture, I would say. He didn't give realization to anyone, but he gave the idea of Sahaj culture. How? Before him came Sri Ram, who was Maryada Purushottama, who was a man very particular about everything. I mean, like he threw out his wife because he was a king, and a king cannot have a scandal, especially from his wife. So he threw her out. It was not Kali Yuga, that's why. And his father ordered him to go, not of his father so much as his stepmother, to go in an exile into a forest. So he agreed. After all, he was Maryada Purushottama. So whatever his father said, he agreed. Whatever his mother said, he agreed. I went into the forest, stayed there 14 years. This is the obedience to the father. There was no need, because father was not God. He was God. But in those days, it was important to make people not only respect the parents, but also to obey them. That was the time. In his time, there were many munis and many saints and many also Hatha Yogis. And these even before him, used to make people practice very strict type of discipline. And if they did not practice the discipline, they had to do a lot of penance. And so many people who tried also never reached the goal because of the strictness and complete discipline about following the path of spirituality. Recently I was reading a book called Peaceful Warrior. There they have described an American seeking the truth, and the guru of that fellow really takes him to such a horrible, severe task that my granddaughter said, I'm very angry with such a guru. And she couldn't bear it. So ultimately he finds that he is the existence. So that was the practice followed after Sri Rama. People would leave their wives, children, go to Himalayas and sit there and practice meditation. It was a very rigorously followed, we should say, a very moral society. So very moral. But it was out of fear. The whole morality came through fear, which is also repeated in other religions. Now I would say that Islam today has taken that form. Is the fear. They are not doing it out of freedom. Also Christians, same things. And Hindus, I don't know, halfway this side and halfway that side. Even among Sikhs, there's terrible disciplining. So much so that as punishment, you have to clean the shoes of all the people. I don't know if it is to beat yourself with shoes or other, but quite a lot of punishment is there. Then came Sri Krishna. And he saw the situation that the way people are really now fasting, if you really go through the rituals of Hindu religion, out of 1 week, you will be fasting for 6 days at least. One day, you might eat some sort of a food. Then you will have to visit all kinds of places. Now recently they had to go, as you know, to Amarnath. And so many died there. So now they said, we have got Nirvana. We died while doing this, so we have got Nirvana. This kind of a very funny idea was existing. That we have a Nirvana now, we have achieved whatever we wanted. And now we are dead, so many are dead. So those who were not dead were repenting why they were not dead. Would have been much better. They would have got their Nirvana. So, even in this Kali Yuga, these ideas are prevalent. Even in India, people have very severe types, especially in South I've seen. They do all kinds of nonsense for the atonement or maybe for something they are asking for. All this nonsense was too much for Shri Krishna. He couldn't understand that they are going to waste all their lives in this kind of ritualistic grueling. Then what will be remain out of them for Sahaja Yoga? So he is the one who started Sahaj culture. He said, let us enjoy. We must have enjoyment. Nirmal Anand, pure joy. How do we have pure joy? He had this Rakhi Bandhan, by which, apart from your wife, everybody is your sister or mother. I must say, it's quite true about Indians. Not in the north so much because of Islamic influence, but in the south it is so. Maharashtra it is so. And then he started also this Holi, in which you should play with colors. Maybe to get rid of the color barriers we have. Maybe in America it's a very good idea to play with colors and put some black on the whites and some whites on the black. And they can see for themselves how stupid it is to fight in the name of color. He used to play with children who were looking after cows, just like very ordinary person. He never tried to show off his powers, never tried to stand out, never would dress up in a very special way, never. Just like an ordinary cowherd. And his relationship with his mother, Yashoda, she was not his mother, was also extremely beautiful. There are so many beautiful poems written about his childhood that he's the one who is in charge of the whole universe. As a little boy, he used to put his finger into his mouth, wondering, how can a divine Virata do that? What is he thinking like a child? All his actions of children. Yesterday's song, as you heard it, is this. All these little actions are described very well, especially by another very great poet, Surdas, was dying. His childhood is described in a very beautiful manner. And the description of his relationship with his mother is very natural and very sweet. It was not like this as modern times. A carpet is spoiled. Oh, you carpet, you're spoiled. I'll hit you hard, this carpet was spoiled. They have more interest in their things than in their own children. But according to our culture, if the child breaks anything, we have to say, this, very good, you have broken, some bada has gone away. Never to scold a child for doing anything which you think is destructive, because then he'll definitely become destructive. So to understand a child, I think you must read those poems, beautiful poems which are written about Shri Krishna. I don't know how their imagination reached that beautiful height of pure joy. So towards our children also, we have to be extremely sweet and nice and forgiving. But some children, of course, I admit, are difficult. But they also can be corrected if we really apply Shri Krishna's methods to it. Now when he went to college, or we can say into the school of a Sandipani Muni, the Guru's wife was very kind, but the Guru was strict. And his wife used to look after him, and once she gave him something for food when they would go and bring some woods from the forest. It's very subtle, the whole thing is. He went there and his friend was carrying the food. His friend was carrying the food and Sri Krishna was busy cutting the wood. Imagine. Sri Krishna was cutting the wood for the mother. I mean, for the mother he could do anything. He was God. So no work for the mother was menial or lower. But the other fellow, the friend of his, he was very hungry. So he ate all the food and nothing was left. So when he came down, he got very much worried. He went and told his Guru that I ate all the food, I didn't share it with Sri Krishna. Guru got very angry, and he said, now you will be cursed with permanent poverty. But the mother said, no, not permanent. Till you meet Sri Krishna again. That's how she tried to give. We call it upashap. In that, you give another curse, which can neutralize partly. The same friend was Sudama. And he was very, very poor. Now see the Sahaj ways of Sri Krishna. He always used to remember Sudama, and he told his wife that I don't know, he's cursed. I don't know what must be his condition, where he must be. Now the friendship, he was a king. Such intimacy of feeling with a friend. He says, I used to go with him, used to collect the woods. I mean, imagine all these little things had such a big importance for him. So he was not only worried about the whole world as he should have been, but also about Sudama. When will I meet him? When will I see him again? Where must be his house? How he must be living? All these very delicate feelings he had for his friend. Let's just take a Sahaja Yogi. In the Sahaja style, we worried about the whole world, and also individually we are worried. We come to know about one person who has fallen sick, who has a problem, something is serious. All the Sahaja Yogis think of him and are worried about him. They may have everything, but still they are worried what is happening to such and such person. How many of us know each other's names? I mean, we know everybody's name, practically. And how we care for them, how we respect them, how we love them, and how we have pure relationships. Today is also the day of Raksha Bandhan. which is a very great thing, that we should have pure relationships. I've seen in, say, Maharashtra, men won't go and talk to women much, and women won't go and talk to men. And once somebody remarked, then what are you women doing, talking to women only? So I said, what are we to talk to you? You are talking about your office, we are talking about our houses and homes. What is there to talk to you? But the Western culture is different. They will force you. They'll make one man sit here and next to him should be a woman, somebody else's wife, then another man, then somebody else's wife. Well, how can you have intimacy? This kind of idea, which is asahaj, has slipped into immorality. There is no need for men and women to sit like that. What is the need? I just don't understand. Compulsorily you have to sit. I've had a bad time, I tell you, with my husband's job. I never liked it. What is there to talk to these men after all? I don't know anything about banking. I don't know shares. I don't know stock exchange, what it is. I don't know profits and this and that. That part is zero. Then I don't know about office. I don't know many other things men talk about. So what is there to talk to them? So very difficult. And whenever I said something, I really dropped a brick. Once in a party, they were offering drinks to everyone, and then so I said, I'll have some soft drink. So the valet came and gave me a soft drink. The valet was having a bow, a white shirt, that's all. Absolutely asahaj methods. Black bow, white shirt, black coat, black pant, all just the same, whether it's an ambassador or a valet. You can't make it out who's who. So I drank, and when it was finished, I gave it to an ambassador, a very well-known ambassador. To me, there was no difference at all. When they were just the same, walking the same way, talking the same way. So asahaj the whole thing is. So they say they have so many embassies. For what, I don't know. And there what they have, always drinks, parties, shake hands, shake hands. Your hands will break, I tell you. Most asahaj method is to shake hands. Why not say namaste? It's better. And you know me, sometimes I used to get such heat. Like yesterday, you have shown that the ice melted. Same thing used to happen to me. Mostly they were very hot people. And I didn't know what to do. I used to stand on one side, just feeling shy. But this method of handshaking is absolutely asahaj. And worse than that is French method, is to kiss, and like it or not, you are kissed. Or to hug somebody. First time I gave realization to one English gentleman, he just lifted me up like that. I said, all right, it's a... It's just out of joy he has done it. Sorry. But there is no openness. There's no openness of heart. You go to a party, you have to be dressed up like this only. If you are not dressed up like that, then you are useless. If you go for a death also, somebody died, a great friend, a nice man. So I was told I have to wear black sari, black blouse, everything black. I said, I have no sari black without border, you know. So they said, you don't come. I said, very good idea. Because I don't know these Sahaja methods. You are not supposed to cry or weep there, you have to keep quiet. Then when you go there, the body is lying there, and after a prayer is said, you are supposed to drink champagne. I mean, imagine. How can you? No feelings for that body which is lying there dead. And everybody very happy. And if somebody looked unhappy, they would ask, what's wrong? Are you all right? No consciousness that we have lost a friend here. This is the Sahaja style when it comes to grief. When it comes to joy, it is Sahaja. When it comes to grief, it is Sahaja. We have to be Sahaja in the sense that whatever we do it spontaneously, not with deliberations. We have some very anglicized people in India also. And the lady of the house died. And I went to see. And in India, the body is taken down on the ground. So they were discussing what to do, what time to start the funeral and all that. So one lady, who is a very well-known person in India, she said, you should not do it before 12 o'clock. I said, why? He said, because I'll have to wear white. That's true. And I'll have to go to the bank to get my diamonds to match with the white sari. I said, what is this? Such filth of materialism. It is going too far. We are going away from our feelings, from our emotions, which are genuine, which are there all the time. You don't have to think about them. They exist all the time. But you think now, should I cry or not? Should I laugh or not? It's so spontaneous. If you have joy, you are spontaneous. You express your joy spontaneously. Of course, not in an uncultured way, but in a very cultured way. Now, what's the meaning of the Sahaja culture? Is culture is something that is, you are groomed, you are brought up in a very natural manner, that you develop a culture. It's more like a childlike, simple, innocent behavior. It is Sri Krishna's introduction of idea of pure joy, Nirmal Anand. which came as a great relief to Indian people because they were following Sri Ramchandra. But then abandonment started. The problem is, if you make them strict, they become like starched clothes, I think, that you can't wear them. Or if you allow them, no, you must enjoy, right, you allow them, do what you like. If you allow them to do what you like, then they start doing all kinds of things. In India, we had lots of horrible things, which I dare not even tell you, in the name of enjoyment. But Sri Krishna himself has been very much misrepresented by stupid people like Vidyapati. He was a great poet, and he used Krishna and Radha as Romeo and Juliet. That's the greatest insult to the purity of their relationship. You must have seen many pictures like that in Kangra Shaili and this Shaili and that Shaili. It's all nonsense. They could not show the reality of their relationship, but some sort of a very vulgar expression. Because I think these poets and these artists at that time have some hidden, suppressed feelings within themselves, and they use Sri Krishna for that. All kind of romanticism is attached. Sometimes I feel that people have not understood Sri Krishna. But there's a nice story about him. That once his wives, he had many wives, that is also another controversial point. He had many wives because these were 16,000 powers of Sri Krishna who had taken birth and were captured by one king and kept in the prison. So he had to release them. They were released. Now, how are they to live with Sri Krishna, who was a young man? So he married all of them. That is the case of Muhammad Sahib. He married all 16 of them. They were his powers. For a young man to keep 16,000 women like a harem, what people would have thought of him. So he married all of them. And another point about his life is that once all these ladies, and he had also 5 wives, these 5 wives were the causal of the 5 elements. So he had to go once. These ladies wanted to go to see one great saint, and the river which was there was all completely flooded. So they came to Sri Krishna and told him that how are we to cross, because this is over flooded. He said, that's very easy to cross that river. That river is called as the Virgin River, Narmada. Now they are having big fights over it nowadays, big politics. So you go and tell her that, oh river, If Sri Krishna is a complete celibate personality, perfect brahmachari, if that is the truth, you go down. And river went down. And they crossed over. Then they went and worshipped the saint. When they came back to the bank of the river, it was again very much flooded. So they went to that saint and asked him, now how are we to go back? He said, how did you come? He said, this is what Sri Krishna asked us to tell the river. All right, you go and tell the river that this saint has not eaten any food whatsoever, nothing, while they saw him eating plates after plates. If this is the truth, then you better recede. So they went down and told the river. And the river went down. They were amazed that this man ate such a lot of things, and this river has gone down thinking this is the truth. That means what has been their character. They are abhogis. They are abhogis means they do not get indulged into. They eat, all right. But they don't care. They don't have that feeling of eating and feeling of enjoying the food and nothing of the kind. They are just eating. And this gentleman with 16,005 wives is called as brahmachari because they are not involved. They are in such state. With such a great, immaculate personality like Sri Krishna, the way they have created this nonsense of romanticism. For America, I think they have gone too far with the freedom they have. As people, with Sri Krishna's blessings, became free from all the rules, regulations, and got abandoned. But America has gone much worse. And not only that, but the films they are producing are very dangerous films and really damaging the whole world. They don't know what sin they are committing. For thousands and thousands of people in the world have taken to all kinds of very destructive, ugly ideas. Freud, all right, he's ousted, finished. He's done already a great harm. But what about these films? They are now very much impressing our Indian directors. I think all these directors are guiding Indians to hell. Whole thing is so absurd and so dirty. For an Indian mind, it is really inconceivable. Even I have seen Americans can't bear it. It's gone that bad. Then other things have started with this freedom that we have. Imagine if Sri Krishna was here, he would never have put any oil in his head, never have combed his hair. He must have his curls on. And he might have worn some mod dresses from America. Otherwise you cannot exist. All the junk now has gone all over the world, selling in Moscow, selling in all the developing countries. Only thing when it was declared that they have AIDS, people used to buy even second hand from the tourists. They threw away all that. They are carrying AIDS all over and drugs all over. It's a destructive force. It's a destructive force which is very active in this Kali. And so we have to have many Sahaja Yogis to fight this destructive force. And when they are destructive, they are not hypocritical. That's, they think, is a very great quality. But at least with hypocrisy you can save some people. But when it's just an open thing, everybody starts doing that. So, when you think the time Sri Krishna lived, and the beautiful time they had of such clean life, and how he killed all these demons, it's something so beautiful, so energy giving. But how many demons there are nowadays in this world? Is it one? Is it two? It is 10? One is finished, another comes up like a mushroom. That is finished, third one comes up like a mushroom. And the most fertile land is America. So you all have to pay attention to this land of Sri Krishna. Especially Sri Krishna should really start using his Sudarshan Chakra, will be a good idea. The time has come. That's why I gave you the conch. To declare the time has come to clean this America. That is the thing we have to do. Today when we worship Sri Krishna, you must awaken within you yourself that consciousness that now Sri Krishna is within all of you. And by your communication, because he is collective, by your speech, by your songs, by all that you use to communicate with others, should carry the message of peace, of love, of compassion, of truth, and above all, of Sahaja Yoga. May God bless you.
We'll meditate for a while. Shri Mataji, thank you for bringing us all together. Thank you for all the divine knowledge and blessings that you have showered upon us. Thank you for this self-realization. You may now raise Kundalini and take your bandhan. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Jai Shri Mataji.